What's up, ladies? Welcome back to your favorite fucking show. On today's episode, I brought my favorite Asian to come talk about his lifestyle and how similar it is to the culture and shit like that. So let's get it started. What's up, ladies? It's your favorite fucking show and your favorite fucking host. My name is JG.
My name's Jafet.
I'm Edwin Sarti.
And I'm Peter.
Today we have a very, very special guest. One of my favorite girls. It's P Bish on IG, in case y'all didn't know. One of my favorite people in the world. I grew up with this motherfucker. We go way back till we made it out the mud.
Stupid.
Like that, you feel me? If you guys haven't done so before we get started, like, share, subscribe,
Let them know.
comment, follow. Do what you gotta do. Show us some love. It don't cost nothing to show us some love.
No,
Do what
don't.
you gotta do. You feel me?
Don't be some hating ass bitch.
And we also want to say thank you to everybody that's been, still part of the movement, part of the show, part of what we're trying to do and reach out to others and help others and guide them. We appreciate everyone. I'm getting
Yes.
emotional, guys.
We are.
Fuck
Oh,
you,
we're
Edwin.
we're probably just really emotional just because it's like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. right now. We're
Hey,
like super hella
it's-
tired.
it's
Pacific
sick.
time.
Fucking Saturday.
Hey,
It's
we
a
up
Saturday.
before
30.
Jesus Christ and the
We're up right before the sun and shit. Fuck, bro. But
know.
we out here. We do it for y'all. You don't mind a little sacrifice.
Sheesh.
Fuck.
But we did it for y'all guys. So hopefully
Yeah.
you guys like the show, like the episode.
Yeah.
And then we're going to just jump right into it. But thank you
Yeah.
guys again for your support. So we really do appreciate it.
So we were trying to do with this episode, is kind of bring awareness to the different types of cultures. I mean, this was he's literally my brother, so I thought
Sister.
it'd be a great idea. Yeah, just about. I thought it'd be a great idea to bring him on so he could talk a little bit about that Vietnamese culture, that's lifestyle, and see how it is, see how different it is, see if it relates or anything. But before we get anything, fool, tell us what's up. Tell us where you from, what you do, how you do it, and what you love. You feel me?
Tell us, tell us everything, like what you do for a living, your social, your credit
Bruh.
card number, and all that above.
Except your debt.
Alright.
Your body
So-
count. No.
So my Cash App is $.
Give him your OnlyFans, G.
Oh man, onlyfans.com /P
bitch.
Stupid. I take toe pics.
The feet pics.
Feet pics. All right,
shit.
so tell us some more about this, man.
Give us a little background and
Right now, bro, I'm just working that hourly.
That out really.
Fuck, I still don't even know what the fuck I want to do with my life.
And how old are you?
Same.
I'm 25, turning
25.
26 in
It's quarter life
October.
crisis. God damn.
Yeah.
Fuck, huh?
That shit's
Yeah.
real.
I feel
Yeah.
old already.
Same.
Dude.
Can't even stay up past, 9? Bro, yesterday, me and
We
him,
were talking about that shit yesterday. Tell him.
well, we were going grocery shopping
Yeah.
at 9 p.m.
Hold on.
What the
Grocery
fuck?
shopping?
And we went grocery shopping at 9
We all
p.m.
know.
and we got done around 10.
What
And I
the
told
heck?
him we used to come out around 10
To
with
buy
a 2 packs
bottles.
of 24 packs of Modelo or something like
Shit.
that, and then a bottle.
My,
We're getting
my.
ready to pregame to go to DTF or something.
Or be
Damn.
going out to fucking
But
drink,
two
get
24
drunk.
packs? Y'all went
Nah,
ham.
fool, you don't want
I'm
to know
cool with
how
4
hard we went,
beers.
G.
Now
We
he's
went
walking
for-
out with cereal and milk. Bro, come on.
Hey,
He
I
has a
got,
food
what was
coma
it?
with-
Crazy
I got
turn
the
up.
Reese's Puffs, cuz.
Ooh, that's a party right there.
Yep,
I go with that
yep,
raisin
yep.
bran.
So tell us more about you. Where you from, G? What's up? Tell 'em, let the
I'm
people
from Garden
know.
Grove, bro. I
Big G.
Local.
That's probably the biggest Asian location of all time.
Hey, I used to be in Anaheim.
Yeah,
But
that's
then,
Was it really?
Yeah, I used to be in
Really?
Anaheim, like literally.
He used to
2
live down
minutes
the
away.
street, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then
Yeah.
I moved to Garden Grove, and there ever since.
He's being modest. This fool went to school up north. He went to UC Merced. He's a
Man,
college
fuck
graduate.
UC Merced, bro. I fucking hated that place.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
I think it was so isolated from everything. Like you can't do shit. I mean, I'm
It was
already
just,
a-
like literally in the middle of nowhere type
yeah,
of
bro.
shit.
You just see
Really?
cows,
What is this, Mexico?
bro. Like, fuck, it was depressing every time I would drive back home and then go back to Merced. I was like, what the fuck? This
How
is
much of
And
a
you
drive
lived
was
here?
yeah.
What the heck?
No, well, he dormed, but when he
Yeah,
was
I
from
Oh, I was about
Yeah,
to say, I
I
was
know.
like, all right, like, that
But
was a
like
big
for
commute.
like
We'd
winter
visit every so
break or like
often.
summer break
Yeah.
and stuff, I would come back
Oh,
down.
okay. Right on.
But going back there was-
So, tell us, Peter, why do you want to talk to us? Why do you want to talk to us? Why do you want to talk to the boys? Like, what's your ultimate goal here? Just, what do you want to shine on?
anything you guys want to know, bro? Like whatever the viewers, whatever they find interesting.
Because, I mean, I know I have a lot of questions, but, I
Hit him
mean,
with it. Hit him. Unload the clip, homie.
I'm-
Like I said, I think I'm an open book. So
okay.
You
Because
guys could literally ask me anything and I'll answer.
right
I'm
in
not
that
shy
case,
from it.
I'm just jump right into it.
Go for
I
it,
mean,
bro.
the only reason I thought this was a good idea is because I've heard a lot of like references to Vietnamese kind of being very similar to that Mexican culture.
Yeah.
You know, the religious expectations, the career expectations, shit like that. So kind of like dive into it. Fool. Let us
Mhm.
know what's up. Hit them with it.
So like so obviously you're Asian. So just to clarify for everybody, because
Yeah, no. Let them know you're Vietnamese.
I know I was
fool.
about to
Yeah.
say. Well, thanks for answering the question. That he's the guest, but
I'm
thanks for answering-
He's my
Vietnamese.
girl. Fool. Let him be.
Okay, so you are Vietnamese.
Yeah.
So tell us some of the expectations that maybe your parents have, or just maybe some of the Asian cultures have that you feel like could be pressured because of society.
I think it's very stereotypical. Everyone kind of knows it already. Like
Right.
my parents, they wanted us to be doctors, lawyers, engineers. They wanted us to be religious, going to church every Sunday, uh, get good grades, straight A's.
Right.
Go to UC, get married first, have a house first, then have a kid. It's just that timeline.
Structural
So
ladder, huh?
so in that timeline, where are you right now?
Fuck, dude.
Well, before we get into that, what happens if you don't meet those expectations?
I guess it depends on the parents because like
Mhm.
now some Asian parents I've seen like from my friends like they're more accepting of it. Like if you don't become a doctor and you
They're-
become like a YouTuber or something like that,
They're not
like,
gonna like
"Oh, that's cool,
disown
that's
you or
fine."
some crazy shit like that.
Nah,
No,
but
okay.
like mine are still very traditional.
Okay.
So like I graduated from a UC which my parents wanted, but then I
What you see, if you don't mind me asking?
UC Merced.
Oh.
Yeah. See, you don't even know
Está
about it, bro.
borracho.
Bro, it's too
Fuck
early.
UC Merced, bro.
It's too early, bro.
No,
It's
but,
6 a.m. Let's reiterate that.
But yeah, and then graduated from UC. I'm not doing anything with my fucking bachelor's,
None of
bro.
us are.
So
Bachelor's in what?
Facts.
management and business
Management.
economics.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so
Oh, damn.
not really using it, but then again, it's very broad.
Are
so,
you are you first generation from, or are you second generation?
Like
third,
second
second? Okay.
generation? My brother went to UC Berkeley.
Oh.
And he's a doctor. So
So what do you do
wanted
for a
to
living?
throw
No,
that
I'm just
out there,
kidding.
but I'm glad. Yeah, his brother's a fucking
so
top-notch
at least one of
motherfucker.
my parents' kids made it out the mud.
This one,
I'm still in the mud.
We still flapping through it.
we still swimming.
Man.
Doggy paddling over here, bro.
Yeah, panhandling.
How do they look at you since your brother's a doctor? And
Honestly, I don't think they trip that much anymore. But I'll be like, yeah, I think my parents are good now because my brother could take care of them, so it relieves the pressure of me having to, which is kind of selfish if you say. But
Hey, bro.
But are
that's
you
a
actually
lot of
okay with
pressure
that,
to be
though?
carrying.
Yeah.
I think I am okay with that, bro. Like I really, at first, I was
Good
really
shit.
worried, like who's gonna take care of my parents, right?
Okay.
Like who's gonna make it and be able to take care of my parents? And I
Yeah.
thought for a second it'd be me, but became my brother, which was
Yeah.
like, damn. All right.
Do you, so how often do you actually think to yourself? Because I know that, because I mean, I'm just gonna assume that, like, if I had a brother who's a doctor, pretty successful, I would feel like, oh shit, what the fuck am I doing in my life? Do you constantly have that battle of like, fuck,
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like
bro.
I feel like I let my parents down and like,
Yeah, all the time.
but
all the fucking time.
but like, do you feel like you have something like you feel like do you feel like you have to do something in life to kind of make up for that? Like, even if you're not successful in school, maybe have a job or like
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
like-
So like, even though I didn't become like a doctor and shit, I still try to find like a good paying job, where I could
mm,
live comfortably for myself and then
Right.
still give back to my parents. But sometimes it doesn't go to plan. So with like the modernization of society today, I'm like trying to focus on myself a little bit more.
I just want to
Trying-
say real quick, that's a lot of pressure to carry, and it's okay just to exist,
I-
bro. You
yeah,
don't have
bro,
to do
I'm
shit
fine.
I was
for
literally
anyone.
gonna ask him like, do you feel pressure to help your parents, or do they make you feel pressure to help?
Yeah.
So that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
My parents, like, I love them to death. Don't get me wrong, bro. But I don't think I could live with them. Like, the energy they give out is like, the way my mom sees it is she sees her kids as an investment.
Define that.
Shit.
Okay.
So like, when she decided to have kids, me,
Right.
And now she sees me like, oh, have you done anything for me yet?
Oh, okay.
Oh, you haven't? Then shut up.
Damn.
There's those times where she'll say it in those words,
Yeah,
essentially,
Okay.
like, oh, you haven't done anything for me yet. You haven't paid anything for me. You have no right to say that. So like an example of me was me telling her I wanted to move out. And I've already moved out, but I'm trying to move out again.
Okay.
Right. And she's like, you haven't done shit for me. You haven't done anything. and you want to move out,
Yeah.
like you're a piece of shit.
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
Yeah, so sometimes that comes up, and I know she doesn't mean it like in the worst way. She
Yeah.
just wants the best for me,
Right.
but I still sense like she still sees us
Right.
as like an investment. Not like
Okay.
she hasn't really accepted the fact that she wants her kids to do whatever they want
Right.
to feel good about themselves.
Do you feel
Mm.
like in a way that could be selfish of like parents that maybe possibly think that way or
Yeah,
no?
essentially, yeah. But I mean, like I said, like they're your parents, so of course it comes with like
Because
they're just being selfish because they want the best for you, essentially. But
okay.
like, man, I don't know. My dad became more less traditional, and he understands more than her now. Like
Okay.
he's more accepting of the fact, like, oh, he wants to move out, let him be. He has his own struggles. He wants to deal with whatever he's dealing
He's
with.
his own
So
person.
he's
Yeah.
more open-minded.
Yeah, my dad became way more open minded.
Okay.
My,
Like
my,
very early or just like way before your
probably like
mom?
when I left to college,
Oh,
he
okay.
became very open minded to everything.
Assuming that you'd be more independent when you're in
Yeah,
college
exactly.
because you dormed and everything.
Yeah, he figured out that I could take care of myself, and I could. And like when I moved out, when I go to college, and when I went to college and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
never asked them for help or anything.
That's good.
On my own.
Okay.
So,
That fool been a hustler. Fool been.
fuck, where's my money though? Bro? I'm fucking broke.
And then like even because I know like obviously you went to school and you got your degree and
Yeah.
everything, and there's that aspect. But then I know with like well I'm assuming the Asian culture because this is I'm going based off
Yeah.
based off stereotypes and
No,
everything,
yeah,
you know.
because there's a lot of
Um,
questions that can go into it.
Yeah,
but
because even though you were successful, I mean for us like you know
that's a
minorities
big
that
success.
shit is
Yeah.
successful like
College,
period.
being a college graduate,
Right.
is like,
No, yeah, totally
Like
understandable.
for me like being first generation, I'm the first to graduate. With the college degree, so that alone is successful. But I know like kind of like your parents, it's like okay you graduated, but did you like make the honor roll? Did you make like the dean's list or
this fool
something like
did.
that?
This fool did.
Oh, you did? Oh shit!
Yeah, but
So
like,
so you
talking
pretty
to.
smart then.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I thought it was pretty easy. Maybe it was where I went to school, but
Right.
I thought it was pretty easy.
Oh really? If I was struggling,
He's
bro.
modest.
Fuck
I got a
yeah.
2.3.
Nah, it
Nah,
was pretty
yeah.
easy to me. It's just like with my Asian parents, at least, it's like, okay, you finish one thing, what's next? There's always what's next? What's next? What's next? I don't know when it ends for them.
So, but in that case, break
Shit.
it down to us. Like, what is? Because you kept saying like, "What's next? What's next?" Right?
Mhm.
So, what is next? Like, once you get to like college, I'm assuming it's like you get a job
What's the
and
next
have
step?
family
Yeah,
and
pretty
have
much.
kids. Is
Yeah,
that are those
exactly,
the steps?
exactly. That's
Okay.
They want the cookie
typical
cutter thing.
timeline. You know,
Oh,
that
typical
everybody-
timeline.
Yeah,
Okay.
go to college, get a good
So
job.
pretty much the perfect world scenario.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I
Gotcha.
think my mom is so. I wouldn't say she's delusional. I think she's very close-minded, where she doesn't think about the in betweens.
Right,
You
right.
know?
The struggle.
Yeah,
All the little
exactly.
nuances
Think about
of life.
shit that happens in
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She thinks like I'm mentally strong enough to just take in everything and just be at the
Gotcha.
next step already.
Do you feel like because I know that you mentioned that your mom kind of sees you guys as like investments?
Yeah,
Um, do you feel like she did invest a lot in you guys?
I think she did. She's a hardworking woman.
Okay.
She fucking sacrificed a lot, and I mean, so yeah, like when you ask me if I think about it, yeah, I think about it. Like, damn, I really haven't done much to give back to them, so that's always like a stressful thing to think about.
That pressure is
Yeah.
always there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I'm trying, bro. I'm trying, and I can help out whenever I can. But other than
Yeah.
that, like I think my brother is good enough where he's at, where she doesn't need to worry about me anymore.
Okay.
You know, I kind of want to just be like, kind of break apart. Essentially, I just want to be like, all right, your guys are good. I'll be here whenever you guys need me.
Mhm.
But for now, let me focus on myself.
Is that for your own well being, or you just?
Yeah.
I think it's for my own well-being, and then also I think it'll also be good for my family because if I'm living with them, right,
Mhm.
and I'm not contributing, like, then I'm just leeching off them essentially.
Okay.
So take me out of the equation. I could build myself up, learn more about myself, and they can use less of their resources
Gotcha.
towards me. You know,
It's a pretty,
Okay.
so
pretty
that's how I see it.
smart, like,
Yeah.
and healthy
That's how I
outlook
see
on
it.
it.
Yeah. And then my sister's about to go to college too, so it'll be only like my mom.
Shout out to Michelle.
Yeah, he knew her. Again, my mom, my dad, and my brother, which should be fine, so they could live more comfortably
Okay.
with less stress about worrying about me and my sister.
Did your parents actually go the route of like what they are expecting for you? So did they go to college? Did they do this? They do
No,
that?
not at
No.
all, bro.
No.
No, they came here from Vietnam back when they were like what, 17, 20,
Okay.
something like that. And then they just been grinding. My dad tried to go to college, but then he had a kid, dropped out.
Do you ever
took it.
have those arguments? Because I mean, I would. Because if my
What?
parents were telling me, like, look, go to school, you're fucking failing at this, because I had those conversations with
Yeah.
my parents, because for me, like, I was actually expected not to go to college. My brother was the only kid that had 4.0. The lowest GPA I think he ever had was like 3.75. So I'm like, fuck. And then for me, like, the highest GPA I ever had was like a 3.13. And that was only because I had like 3 electives. And like, I think it was like my
You
math,
had all
my
those fun
English were all
classes and
C's and shit.
huh?
But everything else, I think it was like I had JRTC, PE, and like soccer.
JROTC.
So I had those, and that was all A's. But as far as everything else, like academic wise, I was having like shitty grades. But my parents always engraved it in me, like saying, "Oh, go to college, do this, do that, make more money." But then there was times where I felt like I was more successful than them, and I would have that conversation. I was like, "Why the hell are you giving me so much expectations, so many like things to follow, but you didn't even do it yourself?"
I
Fuck
think they
no.
just want you to learn from their mistakes.
Right.
Yeah.
Have
Okay.
be able to achieve what they couldn't achieve.
Are you even able to
I know.
talk
I was
to
about to
Asian
ask that.
parents
Like,
like that?
yeah.
Like,
Like,
I
would
don't
you
think you
even
can
have those
fly. Like
conversations?
what I've seen in
I don't
the
know.
friends that I have, I don't think I've ever seen anyone
Right.
talk to their parents. Like
I mean, I was a rebel. Like, granted, I got beat the fuck out of like right after that
Same, bro.
conversation. But
Same. I
yeah.
got beat the fuck.
You better be able to run fast enough to even talk some
yeah,
shit.
fool, no
But
joke.
did you have those conversations with your parents?
Nah, bro.
No.
Like I said, I don't know how it is for like other Asian parents, but like for mine, I just bring up my mom because it's really just her.
Right.
Like
Your
my
dad's just there.
my dad's just there,
My
just
mom
chilling,
brings
bro.
up.
She's
My
a
mom,
general.
she's very traditional still. So like, if I even try to say something, she'll be like, "No, you're wrong.
Oh, okay.
No, you're wrong." So for my mom, her personality is like, if it's not the way she thinks, you're wrong.
Oh, okay.
So
Kind of very
it's
black and
it's
white.
very hard to talk to her and try to get your point across to her, bro.
Do you think that's how it is like with most Asians or like most Asian households and shit?
I would assume so, assuming like if the Asian parents want you to be a doctor and stuff like that. So they have a plan for you already, and if you don't follow it, you're a bad kid.
Okay.
Not a bad kid, but like
Well, what about religion? Because I know your mom's very religious.
my mom's very religious.
Oh,
so,
really?
yeah, she prays like every day.
What's the I guess the most popular religion in Vietnam?
Catholic. No?
Catholic.
Catholicism.
I remember because this got a heat. Like his mom was talking, his parents were talking a bunch of shit. Because I saw him one time at church,
Oh yeah.
and they were telling this fool shit. Like, why aren't you at church? I didn't go to church with Jesse.
Like,
So
go with
I-
him.
How is that pressure like applied on you, and how does that fuck with you?
Religion. I never really had pressure when it comes to religion. Like, yeah, I had my moments where I became really religious. I started going to church every Sunday and stuff like that. But then after a certain period, I just didn't feel the
Kinda
need
did
to
your
go
own
to
thing.
church and stuff like that. Like, my mom is very religious. She expects church every Sunday and pray 10 minutes every day, right?
Jesus.
But that's not me. So the way I try to pinpoint it to her was, you can't force someone to be religious the way you are. You know,
Mhm.
you got to believe in God the way you want to believe in God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I said, she's very hard to talk to. So she's just like, "No, you're a horrible kid. The devil's in you. You don't want to pray. You don't want to pray
That
10
sounds like a
minutes a day.
typical
The
question.
devil's in you." I'm just like,
The devil's pretty chill, man.
I mean, he's the homie.
We met him a couple of times.
But yeah, I mean, no pressure from that. I think my mom's a little bit like more acceptive of like me not praying every day now and stuff like that.
Okay.
She still like randomly calls me a bad kid. Like, you don't pray every day anymore. You're a bad kid.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right.
I try to do my part, but I mean, you really can't force anything upon
You
nobody.
can't, because like if you force someone to go to church, right,
They
when
don't
they don't
wanna
want
do
to, like they're just there. They're not
Doesn't come
really
from the
making
heart.
a connection with God. Like
Yeah.
you gotta want to go to church, want to connect with Him to actually,
Right.
you know.
So from the sound of it, I feel like your parents and our parents are pretty similar.
Yeah.
So the cultures like carry over.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like the Hispanic culture and the Asian culture, they're very similar. Like when it comes to parents and stuff and how,
Whoopings and everything.
yeah, whoopings and everything, bro.
Yeah, well, this one he grew up Mexican, bro.
Yeah.
We literally,
I
like,
would imagine SoCal, dude.
yeah, nah, like
Like
literally.
at first, I was living in Garden Grove, like
Uh-huh.
as a kid, like from kindergarten to third grade. I had a Mexican best friend,
Mm-hmm.
and then I moved to Anaheim,
Mm-hmm.
and then he was my best friend, and then from there it was just ever since.
So
Well,
he
hey,
went
we'll
from
we'll add that little picture that we have like back in Maxwell. Has that
We'll
me and
put it
Peter
up.
have that?
So,
Peter have an elementary pick.
so Peter went from Peter to Pedro, like
Pretty
Oh,
much,
man,
bro.
everyone
Pretty
calls him
much.
Pedro. No
He got
cap.
baptized.
he
Yeah,
got
bro.
baptized
I,
with
I,
Coronas.
no, I try to have friends with like other Asians, but I just never felt the connection that I would usually feel like if I met someone and they were like chill.
Oh yeah.
I never had that connection. I only had like one best friend, and it's a girl,
Okay.
Tram.
Shout
But
out to Tram.
other than that, I don't
Okay.
really have any.
Yeah, I don't
Asian
think
friends.
I don't think this will really. I don't think you associate with Asians at all.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, all my girlfriends would be Asian,
Okay.
which is how
oh, let's
random,
talk
huh?
about that. Are you allowed to bring different races home?
No.
Oh,
Nah,
get
nah.
into that. Why not?
Nah,
Let's talk about that.
the main reason supposedly that my mom says she doesn't want like another race is because they won't
Purebred.
share the same culture. Like they
Oh,
won't
okay.
understand like Chinese New Year's. They
Bet.
won't be able to understand like what they're eating if my mom cooks for them and stuff like that. And then it'll be hard for my mom to talk to them because she doesn't speak English like I guess at all.
Okay.
So it'd be hard. So she expects a Vietnamese Catholic, has a good job type of girl.
Career, all that type of shit. Huh?
But I'm like, Mom, I'm not even all that. And you trying to make me bring that?
Like I'm half of that, maybe.
Let me bring the ratchet.
Tatiana, get over here.
For real, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, no.
Like, okay. So as far as in the aspect of like girlfriends, because I know like over the years I've dated like different types of races and whatnot, and ultimately, like, do you ever feel like, you know what, I'm bringing whoever the fuck I want to bring, regardless of who my mom thinks I should bring?
For the most part, I only brought 2 girls home.
Okay.
My mom didn't like the first one. She straight started talking shit, bro. And I was
Right.
like, bro, you're so disrespectful. And
To
then
her face?
yeah, to her face, but she was saying it in Viet. And
Okay.
and then my girlfriend at that time
Like, what'd she say?
was Viet, but she couldn't understand it or speak it.
Oh,
Okay.
Right?
You
So
gotta
she
save
didn't really
yourself
know what
from
she was
that.
saying. And then my second one, I just brought home, and she still talks shit. And my current girlfriend, which is the second one that I brought home,
Mhm.
she's Filipino.
Okay.
And then so my mom was
Shout
talking
out to
shit too.
Marcy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nah, my mom.
What are your thoughts on that? Because like Ashley would piss me off because I know that like sometimes parents really don't know the whole story.
Yeah.
Because I know that I remember I brought home a girl to my parents,
Mhm.
and same thing. They were just talking shit. They're like, "Oh, you know, well, like she's white, whatever, you know, like you know this and that."
Yeah.
Because for like the majority of my life, I only
Shout
dated
out the
white
white
girls.
Yeah.
For so like for the majority of the time, I brought white girls home. Okay,
Okay.
so my parents would actually talk shit, and then I would be like, "Well, I'm not trying to bag on you," which is my parents. I would say they kind of they have a better job than you do. They get paid more than you do. Like, how can you disrespect like that in that
Yeah.
aspect? Like, I'm telling you, I was a stupid kid. I
You're
really
mad
said
disrespectful.
I really was, because like sometimes I feel like parents really don't understand like
They
our
need to
gen
get
because
checked.
I feel like
Oh, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we're stuck in the middle of like being kind of first, second generation kids
Yeah.
with their old school traditions, and then we're stuck in the middle. We're
We're
basically
trying to. We
Chicanos
can either
or
break the chain or keep it going.
exactly.
Oh, that's
So it's like we have to like accommodate to the culture that we have here, but at the same time we have to uphold their culture.
Yeah.
But for them, they want it up here. Like it's not like no, there's no 50-50. They want it
Yeah.
up here. So that's why
They're
for me,
tripping.
yeah, that's why
Yeah.
for me it was very, very difficult to get along with my parents, because my parents were again old school.
Well,
Like you can't have
a little side note, I love what Jafet posted. I think it was yesterday when you said, "Oh,
Oh,
like when
yeah.
parents bring food and shit." I don't know if you guys saw that.
Okay, yeah. So
'Cause
it's
no.
Go
it's
ahead.
basically like someone tell ethnic parents that bringing us food after they've upset us is not an apology, nor it's emotional
Emotional
support. It like they do that. They don't know how to like say sorry because
Yeah.
they fucked up. So they
Yeah.
just
It's
bring
like
us
they don't
food.
like that's what you're trying to relate to, that they
Yeah.
don't get it. Like they don't understand how different life is now, and they're just so accustomed to the way it
Yeah.
was before.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Even-
I agree.
I was talking to one of my tattoo artists, and he made a really good point. He was
Yeah.
like, they're just so stuck with their cultural ways. They don't
Mhm.
understand. They don't know how to like, because he pretty much referenced it to, they think they're raising us how they were raised, like in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
struggles with the way life was, with what they had to go through. And it's like, nah, like it's complete different. Like realistically speaking, we're not faced with the struggles they had to face with at an early age.
No,
Like
yeah.
we didn't have to like immigrate from one country to
Nah.
another. Like literally, they did it when they were like kids and shit. Like,
13 and shit
yeah,
like
it's
that.
like
Yeah.
those were crazy struggles, and like even how I mentioned nowadays is like, and you have to understand like I was really taught this, you know, they're like, you have to really understand where someone comes from and how
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
raised to really understand why they are the way they are.
Yeah.
And once you
Yeah.
do, like my parents, like they're only survival mode. So they
Yeah,
don't they
yeah.
don't
I
really
was
know
about to say
like
that, dog.
they block their feelings out.
Yeah.
So there is no emotion. Like it's survival,
They're
survival,
I
you
feel
know?
like they're in constant state of like angst or anxiety just because they're used to like only knowing the struggle. So like
Exactly.
now that we're just trying to like
Now that we don't see that many struggles, I
Yeah.
think
yeah
that's what it is. They
or
think we still
different
do.
ones, yeah.
Yeah. They don't see the different type of struggles. Can be as bad because mental struggles are fucking bitch. But I think kind of like it relates to even your parents when they came from Vietnam. I think that's why maybe, I mean, I could be wrong, but your mom gives you so much pressure because she's like, I had to go through all that. Like, what are you gonna do? Like for you, type of
Yeah,
thing. What are you
yeah.
gonna do for me? You know?
No, I totally agree. I think like our parents and us, we both have obstacles, but like their obstacles are like fuck, like they came from a different country and made a living with no money.
Yeah.
Like how?
That's,
Now
yeah
ours
that's
no
our
fucking
money,
hard to
no
do, dog.
language.
Like,
Yeah.
think
like
about yeah.
our obstacles now are more mental.
Yeah.
Like for us, it's
Yes.
more mental than like physical.
Physical. And I believe that because if we just break it down timeline, what has happened between when they were born and we were born?
Yeah.
Technology,
A lot of shit.
Right.
transportation.
Yeah.
So just like for like we get it. Like sometimes I really do have to break it down to my mom like the dumbest way I can possible. I'm like, Mom, you were born in 1970. 1993, a lot more shit came out.
Yeah,
I
that's
promise. There was
facts.
more cars. There was all this other like I get it. How my mother says, "Well, I need you to understand that when I was growing up, this happened." I was like, "Okay, but that was when you were growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not now." But, fast forward to 2021. Like now, it's like I get, and I 100% agree about the mental battle because it's like yes, we didn't have it as bad. I didn't have to walk to school all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, I
Yeah.
did,
No, we
but
did.
like we
The older
did.
folks had
But
Man,
like
I walked in the fucking rain, bro.
facts.
I know.
We used to walk to school all the time in that shit.
So this is what I mean. I was like, we were kind of stuck in the middle. We're like, yeah, maybe we did have to walk to school, or we could have gotten a ride, either or.
Yeah.
But for them, it was just straight walking. And now I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
us, when we have kids, we're probably gonna take them like driving. Like
Damn.
these, like pretty much these kids are gonna be
I ain't had
spoiled.
no key.
Get the stepping, cuz.
Yeah, right. Because like this is why like even we make
the
fun of
hoverboard.
kids. Yeah, I think this is why we even we make fun of kids that are in 2000s and like, bro, shut the fuck up.
That's
Like,
what,
you don't
yeah,
know.
and
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna refer to because like now we look at the little like the newer generations as well. It's
Yeah.
kind of like, what do you know? You haven't been through the struggle, but that's us carrying that generational
Exactly.
toxicity and like
and see,
you know,
and that
we
and,
can't.
and that's the biggest deal because I remember even watching a video. I forgot where. It could have been Facebook, TikTok, whatever.
It was TikTok.
Probably. But this guy tells his daughter to hang up the phone,
Mhm.
and it was actually a landline, and the girl was trying to look for the button. I was like, "Well, where's the button?" I'm like, and then they're like, "No, just hang it up." But how?
Yeah.
And then she didn't know just to put it down.
Yeah.
So I feel like again, I going back to what I was saying is like that mental battle. I feel like kids just don't know what happened back then,
Yeah.
and this is why it's a mental
Yeah,
battle.
that's
I was like, what am I doing wrong? Because sometimes kids think that, what am I doing wrong? I'm just living my life,
Mhm.
and I'm living according to what is given to me, and then I'm giving shit for not trying to accommodate the past.
Yeah.
True.
Well,
And it doesn't make any sense.
I think everything changes except the expectations from parents. I think that's the most thing because sometimes like, I mean, I feel like I'm well off, but it's not that they put pressure on me anymore.
Yeah.
But I just feel like sometimes like I'm not enough. Like I want to be able to give like my ultimate goal in life for that ass has been since I was a little kid, buy my mom a house.
Yeah.
Like I've moved in my life probably like 10 times, no cap,
Mhm.
literally. So my goal is to have an established place where I don't have to move no more, and I want
Right.
to provide that for her, and that's my ultimate goal. But it's
Mhm.
kind of like those expectations. Like I relate to Pete because they might not put too much expectation, but it's kind of like it's true what they've done for us. Like
Yeah.
my mom was a single mom; she raised the fuck out of 3 kids. You know,
Right.
I'm not saying I'm the best, but I think she did a good job. You know,
Yeah.
so that's what I want to do.
She did all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
Came out
Shout out
right.
to my mama.
So like I now have to ask, like, now that we're talking about, like, we understand where our parents came from, so we feel like that, yeah, we know we could give back, like,
Yeah.
even the same way. I feel like one of these days I just want to give my mom like a $50,000 check, like, Mom, you deserve it, especially for all the money I stole when I was a kid. But-
Give her a blank check.
Right?
Fuck.
Give her a blank check.
Yeah.
It's gonna bounce, but
I'll tell you when to cash it. Cause
but like overall, like, basically, I forgot where I was going with this.
honestly, what I want to point out,
Oh.
is why do Vietnamese or like Asians, why do they love to gamble, G? I
Gambling?
love that
Oh.
Shit, I didn't
motherfucker.
even
Oh,
know
actually,
that.
I
no,
don't
no, no.
know.
Sorry.
I-
But before we go into that, because I remember my question now. Like, do you feel like you have to give like your like? Is there anything in specific that you feel like you have to give back to your parents because they struggled for you? It's like, do you think there's like something specific or
It's
Yes.
just finance,
or just
money.
maybe
It's
support.
finance.
it's mine? It's money.
Yeah, money.
Okay.
I still feel to this day, money is the cure to everything.
Oh, he
No,
really
okay.
does.
I
Like, if
really do. Like,
I told Peter this
Like-
was like, fool. He's like, I forgot what we were talking about one time. I was like, he's like, fool, you really? He's, I'd rather be sat on a yacht. I was like, or some shit like that. I was like, fuck. I mean,
bro,
you look at
well,
it that
let me
way.
ask you: would you rather be sad, broke, in your room, or fucking sad but rich as fuck on a fucking boat on a yacht?
I don't know,
Hmm.
to be honest.
And
Honestly,
it made me think
no,
because I
me,
was like,
okay, because me personally, I mean, this again, it's just me personally. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I love money, but I don't think I need a lot of money to be happy. Like I'm happy with just the minimal shit.
Same. So if I could live comfortably, I'm happy, right?
Yeah.
But
why
shit,
wouldn't you want more?
if you gonna give me more, then I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I personally feel like if I had a lot of money, I would live way under the budget though. Like if let's just say I make
Probably.
let's just say I was making
Man,
$100K a year,
beat your ass.
like I would not be spending $80,000 a year to
Oh,
live.
same.
I'd be living at that $40,000.
Well, you say that now. It's like it's what we
I
talked about.
promise
Nah,
you.
it's like what we talked about at Foot
I
Locker.
swear.
Nah, remember when we had it when we were at Foot Locker that we made like
Bro, we were
weak-ass
kids, bro.
checks?
I was 21.
Okay, but then you got better jobs and you got better jobs, and it's kind of
Exactly.
like
I was 21, 23. I was driven by money at that time. Now it's
the
like,
salary went higher, and so did our expenses. That's how I feel like life is.
I mean,
you know?
yeah, but like, I mean, again, I was just dumb. Like at that,
Motherfucker, stop playing. If you didn't, if you could fucking have a fucking chauffeur and all that shit,
I wouldn't.
light up. Shut the
I
fuck
Give me
up.
the
I
first
swear to
one
God.
with a new car,
I
huh?
swear to God, bro. I swear to
Drive me to
God.
my girl's crib. She lives with you. Oh, drive me over there. Drive me to her room, man.
No, I
you know?
swear.
Give me a
I
piggyback
don't.
right to the bed, bitch.
If anything, the only thing I would want nice, and then I wouldn't mind spending the money on would be just a nice home, but I would not want any of that fancy shit. Cause I just don't. I like to me like a chauffeur. I was like, who am I to boss somebody around? Like,
That's their job. You're not bossing nobody around.
no, but even then, it's like I don't feel entitled to be like, hey man, do this for me. Like, yes, I'm paying them or whatever, but even then, I don't want a chauffeur. Like, I could do it myself. Like, I'm a fucking grown ass man. Nobody has done anything for me except for my parents. But like overall, like I've done everything myself. I'm gonna keep it that way.
That's
I feel
facts.
that.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be comfortable having like servants. Like,
Well, I wouldn't have service. I think I'd help my family out. Like, hey, bro, quit your fucking job. You're gonna drive me around.
Oh, I got a question for you, Jafet.
yeah.
When you were growing up,
Mhm.
were you guys struggling financially?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck
I
yeah.
mean,
Okay. So let's say you were back in those times, right?
uh-huh.
If fucking what's his name? again? If Jeff Bezos came
Yeah.
up to your mom,
Oh, you
And was
fucking
like,
stupid.
he came up to your mom and you're right there, and he was like, "Let me fuck your mom, and I'll give you 50 million."
Does she want to fuck him?
Would you let it?
It's the
Would you let it
options.
happen?
It like it's because we had this conversation. We had a really like we're talking about money, like how we're saying right now, like you
Mhm.
know, live comfortably. Like, what would you do? Like financial freedom, in other words, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so straight up, just asked the same question. He's like, "Would you let your mom get fucked by Jeff Bezos for 50 mil?"
No.
And just in case you guys don't
Yeah,
know, Jeff
would not.
Bezos
No.
is
Is
the
Amazon?
Yeah,
former
Amazon.
something
I
like that.
mean, honestly, dude, it's like if she wants to fuck him, then she can fuck him. Like, I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna pimp her out.
Nah,
50 mil.
that's my mama.
Edu.
That
100% no.
This
That's
not at all.
motherfucker.
That's
Not at all.
I
before
said yeah,
dishonor,
bro.
man. Fuck that.
I said yeah, dog.
This fool's, I'm telling
First
you.
off, my mom is stupid if she refuses 50 million just for a fuck. I'm pretty sure she hasn't got laid for like the past 20 years.
The last 20 years.
But anyways, if my mom turns that down,
She getting
she's dumb.
smacked up, huh?
Because one, her own family ain't bringing in 50 mil, and she has the chance to bring in 50 mil, and she's not gonna take it. Damn, fuck.
It's
It's not that I'm not pimping my mom. I'm just saying there's some choices you gotta make for the family.
Hey, this is the
You gotta take one for the
Sugar
team.
Pea.
Sugar
Sugar
yeah,
Pea,
we're always
man.
talking about that. But you know, talking about
Interesting.
money, let's get back to the topic. So why are
So from what you wait real quick, from what you asked me, like
Mhm.
what is it that specific that I have to give back to my family?
Mhm.
It's money, yeah. So
It's
like you
money.
said, like if I could give them a blank check and just tell them right in a number, yeah, of course.
And then does money come in just currency, or would it be like property or something like that? Like,
Or
does
like-
it all count?
well, first they want a house, obviously. So
Mhm.
it's a house, and then comes the cash.
Okay.
But for sure they want a house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
So I want to talk about the gambling. Sorry, I know I'm being persistent about
No,
that,
you're
but
good.
because I want to give this example one time because his dad, I remember we would play 13 a lot. Like, you guys play 13?
Hell yeah.
13
No.
fucking, it's a crazy ass game, right? So me and this fool would play that shit a lot. And I remember I was like, this fool was like, hey, fool, my dad's really good at it. I'm like, fuck your dad. I was like, I'll whoop his ass. I was like, you know, it's because I'm cool with him like that. I could say that, you know, no disrespect to nobody. But I literally was like, you know, what's up? We'll play him. Tell him to come play, whatever, this and that. I kid you not, fool. I put one card down, that fool beat me. Literally just beat the, and this fool's just cracking up, you know? And I was like, fuck. And they love to gamble. For why is it that they love to gamble?
Is that a culture thing? I feel like it is.
I think a lot of problems when it comes to Asian is probably the biggest one is gambling. Like that, like some cultures, like their parents are addicted to like drugs, alcohol, and stuff. But for Asian, I think it's more particularly alcohol and gambling.
Okay.
Thank God my family doesn't have any gambling problems.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the reason why Asians are addicted to gambling is the idea of like, fuck, I can make a quick buck
Yeah.
real quick.
That's
you know?
everybody's fucking
Yeah,
problem,
right.
bro,
And
I
then
swear.
that becomes like an addiction. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I can drop 20 and turn that into 1,000.
Mhm.
Why the fuck not? You know.
Yeah.
So that's the. So I haven't personally experienced it for myself, but
Do you
that's what I
gamble?
would assume. Fuck, I would love to, bro. If
Oh,
I had
really?
the money to like put up front,
Mm-hmm.
but when I like think about it, I'm like, nah, I can't risk that. I can't risk $20.
A lot of people don't have that money and they still fucking gamble. They
I
don't.
And that's the
know.
problem. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That becomes the addiction.
Hey,
It's called the addiction
stop
at that
it.
point.
Yeah.
Get some help.
They don't know how to walk away, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. This
I've
fool
done
went
that
to
before.
Vegas. We went to Vegas at 5 a.m.
Mm,
Right? We got there. He pulled out 1,000.
mm-hmm.
Put 1,000 on roulette. Lost. We went home.
Okay. Granted, you know, in my defense, it was my first time playing roulette, and
Oh
I was
my
up
God.
though. I was really up, but I didn't know how to play. I was like, "What the fuck? Let me just drop money right here, right?"
Mm.
And so I dropped like 2 chips on a number, and then some phone comes and drops like he dropped a couple, he dropped like 10 chips on one, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I wanted to put more. I was like, dude, I wanted to add more. I was just scared, and that number hit.
Oh.
But I didn't add more because I didn't know you could keep stacking, you know?
Okay.
And that was my first time playing it. I was up like $600. And I was like,
Do
I'm
it
gonna
again.
keep going. I'm gonna keep fuck yeah, I'm gonna keep playing. That won a lot though, you know. But I was like,
That's
dude,
me on
I'm
craps.
addicted to roulette. And so I literally fucking we were out drinking and shit. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was just a long story. We're just like, fuck it, let's go to Vegas. So literally right after a long night of drinking, our dumbasses decided to fucking go. Honestly, don't drink and drive, but we decided to go to Vegas. You know, luckily the car that I had at that time had the steering assist or whatever. So if you were like swerving, it'll vibrate. So you're like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I helped a lot. But we got there like at 6:37 in the morning. We fucking went. It was dead, huh? Like
Fucking
dead.
dead.
It was like a handful of people were gambling and shit, and we just went. I just not proud, you know, but I lost like a rack. And we literally went and had breakfast, and we came all the way back. Literally, that's all we went for. Huh?
No one said a word during the whole thing. They were like
no.
all somber and
Nah,
shit.
honestly though, is
Yeah.
because the thing we crack up the most is, you know, is the homie Miguel went with us too, and it was us 3. And like on the way there, we're like, nah, fool, we're good. We're good. Like, we're good. We're not drunk. We're good to drive, whatever. And then this was driving. I was doing my homework. Like, I was on my computer, and I was like, honestly, I have to confess something to you guys. And this was like, what? I was like, I was drunk as fuck yesterday driving. And we were just fucking cracking up. Not proud of it. Not proud of it. I just made a lot of stupid choices, but that's a little story, you know? But crazy
Shit
times. Yeah,
happens.
me and this will go way back, you know? Appreciate you for everything. Before we close out, I also want to just add, like, how has all that we've talked about affected your mental health? Like, what battles have you been facing as far as your, you know, wanting to move out? Like, is it affecting you really bad? In what way?
I mean, for the most part, I think the biggest thing that's affecting me is just trying to figure out like what I want to do for myself. You know, I'm still stuck at the stage where like I really don't know what I want to do.
Is
I
there
don't
any
know.
idea?
No, bro.
Not at all.
Not at all.
That shit's
Yeah,
tough.
that's-
And that's the
tough
thing.
out
Like
here.
I don't know if I want to go back to school. I don't know if I want to fucking find
Start a
another
business,
job,
yeah.
start a business, shit like that, bro. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Damn.
And I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one.
No, I was
Yeah,
all
no,
there's.
fuck no.
There's hell of people.
I'm
just
still trying to figure that out
Yeah,
too, bro.
I
So
mean,
don't even trip.
no stress, but it's hard. It's hard.
You think it's like the pressure that your family and society puts on you that you don't know what you want to do, or what is it?
I don't think so, bro. I think I've came to the point in my life where like I don't really care what anyone says,
Mhm.
thinks about me. Like if I want to do something, I'll do it.
Is
I
there?
just don't know what I want.
Gotcha. Is there anything that you might want to let, either as the Asian community or just any ethnic group out there? Like, do you feel like is there anything that you feel like you should that needs to be said or something that you want to
Yeah.
add?
Hold
Y'all
on.
broke. I'm up.
No, what I also wanted to ask is, do your parents provide that emotional support for you? I don't think we talked
Oh,
about
no,
that.
no,
We
no,
talked
no.
about all the pressure they put, but I don't like. How are they helping you?
Are they like, hey, mijo, are you like, you good?
Like,
Like,
what's
you know,
up
they.
with you?
Nah, not at all,
No.
bro. They expect you to be fucking strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
shit's toxic
like,
as fuck.
I essentially you can't cry in front of in my household. You
Mm.
cry, they're like, why are you crying?
Yeah, yeah.
Why like let's say if I went through a breakup and I were to cry in front of them, like,
Mhm.
mom,
Oh
I just
shit.
got broken up with. She'd be like, why are you crying over that?
Damn.
You know, there's no emotional support when it comes
Mama,
to at least
mama
my
cold.
family household. So I don't have the emotional support there, but I do have the emotional support outside, externally. So like friends.
Right, right.
So that's why, like, I come to his house a lot
Mm.
because he helps me emotionally. and
Hey,
shit.
shout out to
Gotcha.
Jesse,
Yeah.
bro.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
He helps out a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
the
try to
homie.
do my part, dog.
Yeah.
He's a little brother. Little bro.
You little bro.
Little bro.
Nah, it's
Yeah.
just I know it's tough. Like I personally, I mean, I already heard all the stuff, the issues he goes with and shit. I just want to pinpoint it out for the people that. I mean, do you feel like that's how it's like in all the Asian households? Do you think there's emotional support?
I think there's some like with like Instagram, like when I look at other people's stories, I know it's just like social media, so you don't really know the truth. But it
Right.
does look like their Asian household are supportive of what they're doing and like
Yeah.
how they feel and stuff. So I think, yeah, I
There's
think
this
some Asian households.
There's this account of this Korean guy that it's like your friendly Korean dad, and he makes like content where he pretends to be your dad, and he's like super sweet.
For real?
I fuck with that account. I'm gonna
Hey,
tag
send it.
it.
Hey, you should,
I'm
bro.
gonna
What the
tag
fuck?
that
I need
fool.
some enlightenment in my life. You
I
know?
love Koreans, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Koreans are chill as fuck. I
Yeah.
fuck with all. I fuck with all kinds.
Do you ever get like maybe your parents or other people are disappointed in you because they have some sort of expectations? Because I know like my parents at one point they were like, oh, this is my son, so they assume, oh, he's a hard worker, whatever. But at that time I was a bum. But like, do you ever feel like, oh shit, like, you know, my parents presented me to these people, so but they're probably asking me like, oh, like how are your grades, how successful are you, do you own a home, but you're like, fuck, I have nothing to show for it. Do you ever get stuck in those positions?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much like when we went to like family parties a lot, I would get
Ah.
stuck in those positions. Like, oh, this is my son, blah blah. Blah. Oh, he's in UC. He's gonna graduate with like as an engineer and shit. And I was just like, where's she getting this from?
Like, what
Like
the
who
fuck?
told you?
Yeah. I
And
was gonna ask because like at family parties, dude, like I know most of the time like parents love to show us off.
oh, I know.
This is my
Yeah.
son.
That shit's fucking
Did you get
annoying.
like
Yeah,
Like,
I hate that,
you're
bro.
showing off
Yeah.
my high school
Yeah.
degree. Chill.
Yeah.
Like that's why when I said in the beginning where my mom sees us as an investment,
Yeah.
she
brags about her investment?
wants to brag about her investment because like her friends and like our relatives, like they say, oh, my kids, they're a doctor, just bought a house, they just got married, and my mom wants to join into that conversation. You
See,
know?
parents need to stop doing that
They
shit.
they
I swear to
they
God,
really
bro.
do, like, bro,
Like, don't get me wrong. I understand where parents are coming from. Like, yeah, you want the best for your kids, but we're not trophies.
They rather,
Yeah,
yeah,
We're
exactly.
not
I think that's a
trophies.
great point. I think they just want to talk about like they want to like prove their status.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
And I mean, it not. I'm gonna be the devil's advocate in this. I don't think necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it kind of shows like I've worked hard to raise these kids.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It, essentially, it's not a bad thing, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, like I've never ever heard, or I mean, I could be wrong, but I never ever heard someone say like, oh, like how's your kid doing? I never say, oh, he's happy. Never
Yeah.
ever heard
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Or like judging your kid by the content
Yeah,
of their character
yeah.
instead of like what they're like
Doing,
accomplishing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, this is my kid. He's super cool. He listens
does-
to people well.
yeah.
None of that shit ever. Like, oh, this is my kid. He makes this much a year, or he
Yeah,
has this car.
it's always about
Get
the dumb
fuck
shit that
outta
don't
here.
matter. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that's what I feel like. That's what creates that toxicity in the culture and the
Yeah.
competitiveness and like trying to create a nasty like environment and shit. Like,
Yeah.
because I mean, I don't give like to be honest, if I didn't know you, I wouldn't give a fuck what you do. And be like, oh,
Right.
as long as you're a
Yeah.
cool person,
That literally.
Yeah,
do you,
pretty
boo
much.
boo?
Think
And,
about
and,
those.
and I feel like that's this generation right now.
Yeah,
It's like
like-
we're more accepting of like, all right, fuck, you want to be a stay-at-home bum? All right, fuck it, you know, just be a good one.
Dude, honestly, I think what we need to establish is just be a good fucking person.
Yeah.
Like, it
In
don't
general.
matter what the fuck you do. Just don't get in no one's way. Be supportive and do what you got to do for yourself and help others. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we gotta let go of that selfishness, all that ego bullshit. It's like, dog, as long as you're good, because
Yeah.
there's always gonna be someone better.
Oh,
remember,
always 100%. And that's why I try to I try to be as humble as possible.
Motherfucker,
I
yeah,
don't
shut
know,
the
bro.
fuck up,
I
Mister. This card is heavy as fuck when you got your American Express. Fucking baller, motherfucker. Hey, but I do say this though, well deserved. I don't know a motherfucker that gets up at 5 a.m. What'd you say? Go to work at 10 a.m. and then go to work at 5 p.m. and shit with
and get off
that
at
post.
midnight.
Yeah, you know, and then
Fuck,
this
bro.
motherfucker's still here. You know,
Yeah.
so it comes with the territory. I mean, it's well deserved.
And today I work at 8:30. I
Yeah,
get
that's
off
why
and I have work
that's
again
why
at
this
5.
motherfucker he decided hey, full 6 a.m. sharp. Like motherfucker, I don't even get up for work that early.
It's time to wrap it up, folks. He's got to get to work.
Yeah, literally.
I
What time
know.
is it? Yeah,
But no, even then, like, well, thank you by the way. But like, I mean, just to kind of top it all off, like, is there like anything else that you want to mention?
talk to these folks.
What's
Let
your
'em
closing
know, like,
statement?
Like,
I don't know,
what
bro.
else? What else can you say about the Asian community? I mean, obviously you can't speak for all the Asian communities,
right?
I think in general, I think like you guys have your own your own fights, your own demons. You know,
Yeah.
if you guys don't have that family support, just reach out externally because I feel like friends are more of a family than my own family sometimes. So don't be
Facts.
afraid to be like, damn, my family is the toxic one. Maybe I need to get away for a little
Mhm.
bit from them so I could work on myself. It's like don't think just because they're your family you have an obligation to sacrifice your own well-being to
And
make
mental
them
health.
happy.
And
Yeah.
mental health.
So focus on yourself, and then once you get good, I mean, I'm just this is just my opinion because I haven't even got there yet myself.
Yeah.
But focus on yourself. Once you're happy with yourself, then you could probably provide for your family.
Yeah, and I feel like Jesse, like I think a couple or a few podcasts ago, was very accurate when it says, life is, a marathon, not a race, because like it
Everyone
really
will
is.
finish when they want, when they
Yeah,
can.
everybody finishes whenever they want. Granted, I mean, we're all here. I mean, technically, we're all supposed to be grandparents now. Like we barely got
Hey,
girlfriends,
you
y'all.
know, my mom the other day literally had the audacity to tell me, "When are you gonna have kids?"
Same.
I'm like, "Mom, what the fuck?" Like,
I was like, let me get to the
chill.
first stage of getting a
Yeah,
girl.
it's like, first of all, let me find someone. Second of all, let time fly.
You got grandkid money?
Yeah.
You got
she,
grandkid
she
money?
literally she keeps saying she's like, I want grandkids. I'm like, fool, I'm the only single one out of all your kids. Tell
Don't
those
ask me.
motherfuckers. What the fuck? Like, tell Toby, tell Amy.
I think the
honest.
reason why she says that is because she thinks like if you have a kid, you can handle it financially, emotionally, everything.
I think I'm
hate that
fucking ready
shit
for a
too,
kid.
bro.
I've been
Shut
telling
the
it.
fuck up, you're not,
I
bitch.
fool, this,
This
fuck.
was still a kid.
Facts, but I still, I mean, I enjoy my life. But I feel like I've mentioned before, like I feel like if it were time to get ready, I would get ready.
Yeah,
I'm that
facts.
type of dude. Like
Yeah,
I procracrastinate, but I'll get it done when I need to get it
yeah,
done.
I
you
believe
know?
it. I believe
And
it.
I want a kid, you know.
do
I even
too.
told this fool, honestly, fool, let's adopt.
I
Let's have a kid together, fool. Like, come on, dog. Like, we grew up, fool. This fool, literally, everyone says.
I
We'll name
co-sign
him
that.
Benjamin.
Dude.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna name my son. No cap. I swear to God.
Benjamin.
Nah, but it's because it's funny because I bring this fool almost everywhere I go. Like, this
Yeah, I
fool's
see him here
known-
all the time.
this fool's known everywhere. Like my whole family, all my family knows this fool.
This
Everyone's
was your
always like,
roommate, dog.
yeah, just
Essentially,
about,
bro.
you know.
He don't pay your rent, but
But I stay here.
Eat up all my fucking food, this motherfucker. But yeah, like, you know, so it's crazy how like all that shit translates. Like I even tell my mom, like, yo, just chill. Like,
chill. Time will
kick,
come.
kick
Time will
it. Like,
come.
you know, there will be a time and place for everything. You know,
That's
I want kids, but
That's the
Yeah.
crazy thing, bro. Like my parents, not even close to ever saying they want grandkids yet.
Really?
Yeah, because I haven't had a
ain't got your-
career, got
they
married, or nothing
they
yet.
don't think you have your
So
shit
that
together.
grandkid has never been
A conversation.
out of their mouth. Yeah.
That's
Really?
from the timeline. That's all the way over here, and you're like, oh.
It's so from it's the me. I'm right here. Grandkids are over here, bro.
Wow.
What about you, Edwin? When are you gonna give us kids or nephews?
Very soon, hopefully. Like
I got one in the oven already, huh?
no, hopefully real soon. To be honest,
Yeah.
I honestly see it very close in my near future. Like I'm
Okay.
not, I'm being for real. Cause like I mean I think now that I'm settled with cause I just got my own place officially.
Oh yeah,
So,
congrats,
thanks.
papash.
So I got my own place, and then me and my girlfriend are still good. We're chilling. We're happy. It's strong. It's still strong. It's going strong. Not
Keep
like
it strong,
keep it
consistency,
strong.
papash.
Yeah, consistency. So I feel like in the definitely in the near future, like no more than 2 years for sure. But I know for sure that's
It'll
gonna
be up
happen
there.
pretty soon. Yeah.
That's good. I'm happy.
And
for you
honestly,
guys.
I don't mind. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm
just-
almost 30,
ju-
nigga.
ju-
Like,
Oh, fool, don't remind me, fool. There's
Damn.
this
I'm
person.
catching up.
There's this
Shit.
person that never fails to remind me how old I am.
Who?
Like it's always I don't want to name drop, but that person is always like, "Damn, dog, like you're 26." I'm like, shut the fuck up. It's like, if you round, that's 30. I'm like, fuck.
And I hate when they do that. Like,
Yikes.
and see, they always do that. It's like, oh, look, bro, you're 25. It's basically 26. Fuck it, round it up to 30. I'm like, bro, you don't
shut
have to
the
jump to
fuck
conclusions
up.
like that.
Jaffe, I know you want dogs. I know you don't want no kids, but
I have 2. You want them?
You got 3 right here.
These my dogs. Hey, I saw that Aldo posted that one picture on Twitter.
Toby?
That shit was fucking hilarious, bro.
It's funny, because some guy on Twitter was like, "Hey, show me a picture of you and your dog." And one of my homies posted a picture of my little brother. He's like, "That's my dog."
Nah, but yeah, I'm good with kids. My girl and I, we already talked about it. We're not gonna have kids.
Oh, stop.
Oh shit.
Shit.
But yeah, no
I'm
kids.
supposed to
just
be.
dogs.
That's my alarm.
No dog.
But yeah,
Just
man.
dogs.
Just dogs. This
What-
man's got to get out of here.
It's a healthy relationship. I want to salute that though.
Yeah.
I'm really happy
Shout
for
out to my
Jaffe.
girl.
for you,
Love her.
Shout out to Nemi.
Yep.
Fuck, I love to see it. Fuck. But ladies and gentlemen, we thank you guys yet again for supporting us and being here and listening
And watching
to us
all the way
bullshit.
through.
Yeah, if you guys did, honestly, we appreciate all the support. Shout out to all the countries that have been listening to us. I am beyond grateful. I don't know how
Aw.
to express my gratitude. You need more coffee, Papa?
No, I'm okay.
I'll put it up right now. But honestly, thank you guys though from the bottom of my heart. Honestly, like, we try to be as consistent as possible. Sometimes life gets in the way. Our schedules are kind of conflicting at the moment, but we try to do our best to
Yes.
put content out and do all that shit. We might bring out some skits real soon.
Yeah.
It's been on the works.
We're writing.
We writing,
Yeah.
we plotting. You know, we're gonna
And-
do a lot of different shit.
And real quick, just to kind of elaborate a little bit. Sorry about the inconsistency, but it's just like we really have like crazy schedules
but
all over the place.
What I want to
but-
pinpoint out too, I was like, we used to drop every week. We might,
Yeah.
might every 2 weeks. It just
Yeah.
depends how it goes. Depends how life treats us in the next few months or so. But
Mhm.
like, we want to keep doing this because I want to bring awareness to all types of people, not just Hispanics or Latinos
Mhm.
or anything. That's why I brought my literally my brother to talk about his culture.
And thanks for coming, bro. I know this damn
Yeah.
early.
Thank you for having me, bro. It was
It's
fun.
fun.
It was fun.
It literally, I wanted to bring awareness to all types. Like, for anyone that wants to join in different cultures and different backgrounds and shit,
Yeah.
all diverse backgrounds are welcome. Reach
Yeah.
out to us. We would love to have more guests.
I want to have a Habibi on here, please.
Hey, for real, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, I want to talk to like Middle
How much
Eastern
money you got?
person. Yeah,
A lot.
all types of people that come, because there's a lot of shit that we can learn. Like,
Absolutely.
I obviously know a lot because I fucking see this motherfucker every day. But for the people that don't, I
Yeah,
hope
yeah.
you guys take something away from me, how that lifestyle is and all that shit. But like, subscribe, share, tell your mama. Nobody loves you. I
Run
love
it
you.
up.
Yeah. Run up the numbers. Jaffe, closing message.
I love y'all. Stay
Edwin?
safe.
Edwin,
Stay golden.
say golden. P.
Stay strapped.
Follow my boy P. Ya Bish on IG.
Fuck that fool. Get your money up.
Get
I'm
your
up.
money
Y'all broke.
Get your money up, not your funny.
I'm just kidding.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pete, thank you. I love you.
Thank you, guys.
Hey,
It was fun.
we'll see y'all soon. Take care. Se la lavan.
Peace.
Peace out, guys.
Wash your nuts.